Alright, hello guys, welcome you faces back to another video on my channel. Today we are actually back in Sprocket yet again, and I have a question for you guys. What is your favorite tank in the world? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyway, today what we're going to be doing is taking this tank that we actually ended up building last time. We're going to remove the turret and we're going to try and design some sort of self-propelled gun turret for it instead. So there isn't going to be a turret, there's more going to be a shield and a gun behind it. Now I want this to look as good as I possibly can, so I'm going to try and decorate it more than normal and see what we can actually come up with. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to it, shall we? Okay, so, first things first, we are actually going to go ahead and take this turret and throw it in the trash. There we go. So now we are down to the basics, and we just have this tank right here. So, what I want to do from here is actually go to the centerpiece, which is going to be each of these bits. There we go. I'm actually going to get rid of these drivers' hatches and stuff like that, and all of this is going to be on the outside. Whether that makes sense or not, it doesn't really matter. So extend this, there we go, and we are going to drop this down and in. There we go. I mean, that seems pretty weird, and actually kind of scary to do, but yeah, that is what we're actually going to do. I'd like to drop it down even further than this, and I'd actually like these side pieces to come in more, so that's what we're going to do right there. There we go. Pretty good. Okay, cool. So, now that we've done that, let's go ahead and select a bunch of these parts and essentially just get rid of them. This guy? I don't know whether we should actually just stick this back on or just leave it with this being the driver's seat right here. I might make this wider so it looks a little bit cooler and raise it up a little bit so it looks like that. And then I want to drop it down. I want to scoot this forwards and also sort of backwards too. And there we go. So that's going to be our driver's view right there. That's crazy, but kind of cool. Alright, so as you guys can see, modifying it has sort of made some issues with these pieces right here. But I think that is one of the only bits that has actually caused, or got, I don't know, issued. So I'm going to go ahead and try and sort these guys out. And then we'll move on to actually trying to design a big gun. Alright, so it is sorted, as you guys can see right there. I've gone ahead and put them back exactly where they were, which is interesting, but that's okay. So, what I'm going to do now is actually grab the front walls, this guy included, there we go. And I am actually going to go and extend this backwards just a tiny bit like this. There we go. Honestly, that's fine. I now need to come up with an idea of how to actually attach a gun to this, because I don't know. Alright, so, maybe actually making a hole was sort of a bad idea? I think it actually sort of was. Anyway, we're going to roll with it anyway, so let's go ahead and extend this guy and this guy upwards. There we go. We can actually do something like this, up to around there. Very nice. We're going to grab this piece. Oh, we can't actually do it the way that I wanted to. Hold on. I can actually just do this. Hey, there we go. Alright, cool. And this is going to be our starting point. So, I want to go to this and I want to split it. There we go. I then want to go to this and I want to split it this way. There we go. Very nice. I then want to do this piece again. And that is it. So we should have a nice little portion in the center where we can have our gun rest. Okay, good. I didn't actually need to do that because now that I think about it, I'm actually going to add the gun onto there. So, compartments, freeform holes. There we go. Shove this guy centrally. That is brilliant. We're going to bring this in, and there we go. Nice. Going to bring this piece in as well, and this piece. There we go. And this piece too. So yeah, it's going to be smaller than you'd expect, but that's fine. Bosh. Okay. We're then actually going to go ahead and send this in even further, and that is fine. So the gun itself is going to go on here. The shield is actually going to be located on the next turret, and that'll be fine. Maybe. Okay, so, I'm actually going to go ahead and extend this guy backwards a little bit like so, and I am going to angle it slightly forwards also, there we go. So the gun is going to be located on top of this. I'm also going to go to the bottom and do something along the lines of this, there we go. Again, gun going to be mounted on the top. What I want to do from here is actually grab this turret, and I want to create a new one. So I'm going to call it there you go. And we're going to unselect this or deselect this. We're going to grab ourselves a new turret and shove it on the side. Then load up. There you go. And we're going to rotate this so that the front is actually facing forwards. There we go. I think that's actually correct anyway. Don't know. Anyway, diameter of this is going to go all the way down. We are going to drag this to the center. And this is where the gun is going to be created. Yes. Okay, so drag this forwards to about there. We're going to grab this entire face. And we're going to push it in this way. Just like that. There we go. And we're actually going to go ahead and extend it this way as well. Just because we can. So that's going to come out this way. Very nice. Okay. So far, looks a little bit weird. I don't know whether it's too low. So, overall, I actually might drag this all the way up to there. There we go. And I think that's going to be quite cool. Yeah, I think so. Alright, so, clearly, I'm going to want this to be a lot bigger. So, let's go ahead and do that backwards like so. We're going to grab each of these, and we are going to just do this. There you go. And then overall, I think I can actually just extend this up even further. There we go. Out to the side, this one is going to come further out. There we go. And this one, I think, should actually be more rounded. But for now, it doesn't really matter. The cannon, don't know what that's going to look like just yet. But I'm sure it's fine. Drag this one backwards a little bit more. It's looking cool. Okay, so what I want to do now is actually... I'm going to send this back to there really quickly. There we go, just like that. That's fine. Gonna extend this. This is where the gun is gonna go, sort of. So let's do this. And I'm gonna extend this again just a tiny, tiny bit. So do that. There you go. On the other side of that, we're gonna extend it once more and just drag that out a little bit more. There we go. So what I actually want from this is I want to extend both of these guys forwards. Just like this. There you go. And I want the gun to obviously be positioned right there in the center. So if we can, let's go to... firepower. Go to mantlets. There we go. We are going to use one of these. And we're going to shove it right on there. Make it a little bit bigger. Just like that. There we go. Okay, so far so good. The caliber of this gun is going to be 175 millimeters. That is huge. And the length of the rounds is going to be massive as well. Okay. So that's kind of crazy. But sure, we're going with it. From there, we're going to extend this. It is going to be about 2 meters long there. Then it's going to be another 2 meters long. There we go. And then we're going to make it even longer as well. Maybe even another 2 meters long. There we go. Something like that. That looks sick. Actually looks really cool. Okay, so because this is a turret that actually turns itself, I am going to go to the mount. I am going to add a constraint to it if I can. Where is that actually? Constraints, there we go. It is going to be 0 and 0, just so that it can't aim up and it can't aim down. The turret itself is going to be the thing that does that. At least I think, anyway. Okay, our next thing is to actually add a bit of a shield onto this. So we're going to extend these guys upwards. There we go. I'm going to extend this straight across onto there, and there we go. We have ourselves a bit of a shield anyway, which is good. I then want to grab these guys. And I want to extend them both out, if possible. Don't know how this is going to go. Oh, no! I don't know how this is going to go. So, yeah, something like that. Obviously, it is sort of off to the side, but I think that's fine. So let's do this, quite big. There we go. Clearly, one side is bigger than the other, sort of. So I'm going to grab these. And I don't know whether I want to do this, but I kind of want to angle this side backwards a little bit first. Then go to this side and extend it out a little bit further. Like this, and then send that bit backwards too, just like that. There we go. Honestly, I think that looks kind of weird, but at the same time, kind of cool. Alright, the next thing is grabbing each of these and dragging those further backwards like this. So we incorporate the entire thing, and that is looking sexy. I like it. It's looking really good. Okay, so what would I want to do from there? Well, I'm going to go to crew, I'm going to go to commander's cupolas, and I'm actually going to shove one of these guys down on the surface. I'm going to make it real large so that it actually pokes out to both sides. Make it a tiny bit smaller than that. Go ahead and select it and drop it down and then push it in. There you go, because that is going to be the base of our turret. I know it doesn't seem like that makes sense, but it looks better than normal. So we're going to go with that. I'm then going to get another one, and I'm going to shove it onto the turret itself. Kind of like this. There you go. I am going to... Actually, let's make it a little bit smaller. There you go. And this is going to act like a breach kind of thing anyway. So I'm going to shove that on there. and we're going to do this. Bam! There we go. All right, cool. Drag this forwards to where the actual gun is. There we go, and that's fine. Yeah, that actually doesn't look too bad. Cool. Okay, anyway, back to the shield, because that bit is kind of important to me. So let's go ahead and do this. Grab each of these guys, including that piece, and this piece. There we go. Extend that upwards. Oh, it actually extends it downwards too, obviously. We are then going to sort of start angling them in a little bit. I'm going to extend it again, and I'm going to angle it even further. There we go. And honestly, that's a cool looking shield. Yeah, I think that's good enough for me anyway. From there, I want to actually add a viewport onto here. Sort of like this. And it will stick out on the back end, but that is fine. And what I'm going to do from there is actually add a gun. Like one of these. There we go. Onto here. Or maybe actually one of these ones. There we go. And I'm going to do something like this. Okay, actually, turns out I'm going to do this guy. There we go. And I'm going to turn it around. There you go. Okay, cool. I don't mind if there's actually a gun poking out the front. That is not why I did this, but there we go. Honestly, pretty cool. Oh my goodness. Okay, right. You have to stay aimed in to actually shoot this, but that's fine. Nice! This is probably one of the best guns like this I've ever made. Alright, sick. So, we've got our main gun, we've got the main shield, we've got everything on here. I'm now going to add some armor to this, and a little bit more detail, and then we'll take this back into a battle, and we'll see how well it does. Let's get on with it, guys. Okay, so, after giving it a little bit of a test by shooting that guy, you can see that the shield actually looks tiny whenever we actually aim it sideways. So, I think I might make the shield a little bit wider, I guess? I think that might be the only thing that I do with it, though. So let's grab each of these, and go down. There we go. Grab each of these as well. There we go. And I guess we're going to be, like, extending it out sideways just a little bit. So let's do this. There we go. I do think it should be a little bit taller, but doing that's going to be a bit annoying. And I might actually angle it round a little bit further, too. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that, particularly, but I don't think it really matters. I think we've done a pretty good job. So, let's go ahead and save this as something, and then we'll take it into a battle and see how it works. Okay, actually, I did change so that someone could, you know, so that we have an extra loader so that it reloads quicker, because it was every 30 seconds. But I think I might have went a little bit overboard. It shoots every 1.5 seconds. That's crazy, but maybe we should actually go for it. Let's just go with this. Let's get to battle. Okay, so the first map we are on is actually the Tiger map, and you guys can see the shield, quite wide. The tank hull, honestly, very much the same as it was before. I didn't actually change the hull at all. And the gun, very, very, very powerful. So, oh, actually, it's already killed someone. Very nice. So we're going to get ourselves into a firing position, and we're going to shoot this guy. Okay, Centurion down. Honestly, we might have come up with a gun that is maybe possibly too powerful. Yes, no, I think we did. I think we did. This is ridiculous. So it's 175 millimeters caliber, and that's madness. That is madness. Oh, we just lost everything. But yeah, it works out. Let's try it again, just in case that was a fluke. Obviously, it does fire very quickly, so that's one of the positives here. Maybe we should actually take that out. I don't know. We probably should. Maybe it should be like 5-second reload time instead. I don't know. I'm sure it's fine. Anyway, he's already firing off his rounds, as you can see. He's already killed a spatter. Interesting. Gonna make my way forward, see if I can see anyone else. Oh, there's a guy right... Never mind. He's already dead. Okay. There's a guy over here. Never mind. He's already dead as well. Someone did just shoot me. I think he might be dead as well. So, yeah. I don't even get an opportunity to actually shoot the enemies now. Which is insane. Absolutely. That's crazy. Okay, there was an enemy tank going around the side. There it is right there. Aim and fire! There we go. He did kill my radio operator, unfortunately. But we are still fine and ready to go. Lovely. Okay, we're on the hunt for the last guy. I'm assuming he will be hiding down here somewhere. There he is, actually, out there in the open. So, okay, I just shot down a tree. Now he's dead. There you go. Yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous, this tank, but kind of cool. So, one of the only things I actually want to do now is change the hue on this thing. Because I want it to look a little bit more brownish, I guess. So sort of like this. Just to signify it's a different tank to what we had before. It's kind of the only reason I wanted to do it. So there you go. Let's whack a star on this side. Let's whack... Actually, maybe don't whack a star on that side. There you go. Just a singular star. Let's make it relatively small. I'm going to shove it actually on this piece right here. Bam! There you go. Nice. So, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this thing. Do you think it looks kind of cool, the way that we've built this, or do you think it's kind of dumb? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. But anyway, for now, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next time. Goodbye.